Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, there's a couple teams that did that in addition to
oh yeah, oh yeah.
there's some folks going
It's
to be
it's it's that time of year, huh?
there's going to be some folks doing some early Christmas shopping. I can
I
guarantee you
think
that.
so, or vacationing or something.
Yeah.
Folks, and I'm telling you, for guys and gals, this is the best thing to do. Shop and get things and put them away so that you don't have to
Early.
worry about the rush before Christmas. Just put them away. And you say, oh, during the year, it's like, oh, that's on sale. That's a great thing to have. Put them away, hide it, and then you don't have to worry about this shit. Because again, the Christmas, you trust the captain on this.
Where
Save
is the captain,
yourself.
by the way? Somebody tell the captain it's 3:00.
I think it was sitting right there. He probably went to go get a cold one.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah, look.
Game day, baby! Let's go!
Welcome everyone to NFL Nation Live, our Week 15 show. We're going to close the books on Week 14, get you ready for Week 15. All the bye weeks are over. We got to play some real football now. There's some interesting matchups coming up in the next couple of weeks, especially for the Packers, Vikings, and Seahawks. We'll get to all that. But before we get too far into everything, welcome to the show, everybody. And 57, what are your quick first thoughts, my friend?
Listen, you always hear that mantra, next man up. Well, it's never been more relevant than right now at this time of the season.
Yep.
Everybody's pulling from the scrap heap to get the healthiest 53 on the team on the field.
Yep. Yeah, if you're not duct taped up, you better be, because and there's some important division games coming up, especially one tomorrow, because I think the loser is going to be out. But we'll get to that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying to get ready.
I just saw some breaking news from Winchell there.
I don't have the chat open.
Source? What's the source on that, Ed?
Yeah.
Leave it to Ed, the intro. I got 100-degree fever. I'm ready, Cap. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
What he said.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone, to NFL Nation Live, our Week 15 show. Glad you're all with us. Chat's already blowing up, which is a good thing. It should be out there for everybody to see here in just a second. Ref Guru and his 100-degree temperature, along with the Hall of Famer, Wayne Violator Mabry, and everybody's favorite pirate, the legendary Captain Jack. Well, let's get to it. Somebody
I apologize already.
Bill North Carolina. Yeah, he's been a Tar Heel for a while. Thank you, Aaron.
Hey, folks, we're playing hurt today, or we're not injured. We're playing hurt.
We're playing hurt. Yeah.
I will try not to scream at the general that way. Yeah. I'll try not, but if it comes out, it's not deliberate, because sometimes I forget, and I already forgot when I scared him in the intro.
That's okay. That's all right.
If talk about duct tape, huh?
No kidding. Yeah, if I wasn't deaf and dumb prior, I will be in an hour. All right, let's close the books on Week 14. Green Bay went in Detroit, got beat by the Lions. Not really a surprise with the way the Lions are playing. It was an important game for Green Bay because they're still chasing the Vikings it's by 2 games, basically. The Packers, man, they gotta get their act together. They've got control over the situation at this point. But the Lions, man, I'm sorry. We'll save that for later. The Lions looking pretty good.
Yeah, the Lions are looking like a focused team. Look, and everybody's talking about Coach of the Year. Just give it to Dan Campbell, man. You know, this guy, I love the biting kneecaps. That's what they're doing right now, taking names. But talking about Green Bay and Minnesota, those are going to be the two to keep your eye on.
Yep. Well, because, Minnesota could lose out and screw up their whole thing. Green Bay could win out and take over that. So that's going to be really interesting. From that
Exactly.
standpoint. Well, the Packers, the important thing is that it was a division loss on the road in Detroit, which probably was a foregone conclusion, like you said, with the way that Campbell has the Lions all fired up every week. But the Packers really didn't get anybody dinged up in what typically can be a tough divisional matchup. So they got out of there fairly healthy, which is a good thing to do, because you got to go in there and try to win it. When you don't, the last thing you want is Jacobs banged up or Love banged up or whoever else that got banged up.
The black and blue division, just like it was in the old days.
Yeah.
These guys don't like each other. They play hard.
Never have.
Play in the weather.
Yep.
Even if I'll fork. I'm going to go early on Detroit. Even if you play in Detroit in the dome, you're still going to get your ass handed to you on a hard hit. Because you're coming in from the weather, and it takes a while for you to thaw out. So
yeah, exactly. And the Lions now hinting out there that Hutchinson might be back for the championship game. That's huge. I mean, that's still 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks away. So, all right,
some of that miracle medicine,
maybe so.
Yeah. What's up, Daniel?
There's and speaking of teams that run out of miracle medicine, the Jets went to Miami, got beat by the Dolphins. The Jets can't win a game to save their lives at this point, y'all. Miami, they basically just gave it away. It went into overtime. Miami got the ball. The Jets never saw the ball. Dolphins go down, scored a touchdown. It's over. We had the Jets on the clock in week 6, so no surprise to us there. But the Dolphins still hanging around at 6-7.
Yeah, but they're a trick. I mean, if they make it, and I don't think they will.
I agree.
Just like the fake Pirates of Tampa, my blood boils for those bastards too. If the fake Pirates make it, they're one and done. So is Miami. They're one and done. And Jacksonville is going to be watching the playoffs from TV, period. So there you go, Miami and Tampa and all you Florida teams that I have to deal with. You're one and done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Coach Barry Odom is going to Purdue to coach. They offered him some mad money to coach. Who's Barry Odom?
I know that name.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he's from. Is that the Vegas coach?
What?
Not sure.
Oh, I don't know.
It's coming from Anna, so she'll
tell us. NFL medicine is like no other. Yeah, and I could use a big shot of that right now. The Falcons went into Minnesota and do what Falcons do when Kirk Cousins starts. They blew the big one. Wayne, I think it took them like 4 hours to clean all the dirt, the bird poop off the floor in that one, man.
Yeah, Kirk did not have his best homecoming, so to speak.
You think?
That Viking D was like all over him, trying to roast him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's another team that's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde, but they can put a game plan together. And now that they've got a stable quarterback, like I said, that's a dangerous team coming up to the playoffs.
It could be if they make it, right?
Yeah.
It could be if they make. I mean, this is still a Sam Darnold led team. You don't know.
Sam Darnold,
but they're 11-2. You can't argue with that. The top 3 teams in the NFC North have a total of 7 losses between the 3 teams, right? Detroit at 12-1, Minnesota 11-2, Green Bay at 9-4. Anna says he's a coach at UNLV.
Yeah, UNLV.
He's going to Purdue? Huh.
Wow.
Well, you're going to trade the desert heat for Indiana humidity. Okay.
Hey, we'll have to ask Stu Schweigert about that one. He'll
be on top of that one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went to Purdue, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Did. Oh, in fact, by the way, I told him to come in and pop in on the show. When we get to our game, I will paraphrase what he asked, but hopefully he'll
come
in. Carolina went in Philadelphia, you guys, and almost handed the Eagles a stink bomb. If that receiver, whoever it was, I forget now, holds onto the ball, that's a loss for the Eagles at home, but it doesn't matter now because it wasn't. But you know what? The Eagles better pay attention. They got Pittsburgh this week, and if they're going to go around and find out, their playoff hopes may end rather quickly.
It was almost like they just took their foot off the gas, or they had already said, "Oh, this is a win," and played down to their competition. And that's the wrong thing to do. We've seen that over the years.
Yeah, so they played Raider football where they think their opponent is inferior. So they take they take plays off and they take their foot off the gas. That will come back and bite you in the ass. By the way, I saw the play and I'm like, I didn't see an incompletion there.
No, it should have been a touchdown, I thought.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Then I thought I was going nuts. I'm like, I don't see an incomplete on that.
No, that was
Now you're getting into the other segment about officiating, but anyway.
Are we going?
We don't know anything about that, man.
No.
Yeah. But I agree with you, Cap. I thought it was a catch and a touchdown. I didn't see anything to overturn it. But the thing is, what was the call on the field? Do you remember?
No, I just saw the replay.
If the ruling was incomplete on the field, I don't know if there was enough evidence to overturn it. But if the call was touchdown, then there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. So either way, they got it wrong.
The call probably was incomplete. But see, that's the thing. The call was probably incomplete. They went to the replay, and I'm looking at a catch. So they said that they had nothing to overturn it. That's bull crap as well.
I'll tell you what, though. Catches like that in the middle of the field, the back judge is probably not going to have a look at it. So, and the side judge on the top of your TV is not going to have a look at it because his back's to it. The only person that's got a really good look at that's the field judge. I've had that call, and it's not pretty. So you can make it at that level if you want to. So who was the crew? I'll have to look up who the crew was, because I think that was probably the field judge or side judge. They flip at halftime that made that call, and I've made that call. And in the middle of the field, those fields are flat, right? There's a little bit of So the water runs off, and I'm telling you what, you don't think that makes a difference? It does make a difference.
Oh yeah.
The other thing too is on those players, you can get a shadow in there. I'm not defending crappy call at that level. I defended at any other level, but anyway, I agree with you, Cap. That got it wrong. Cleveland went into Pittsburgh and got a taste of the Heinz hot dogs at that point. Look, guys, we talked about this last week. No way the Browns are going to win this after that beatdown a couple weeks ago. Pittsburgh got revenge.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. And you talk about one of those black and blue kind of games. That was one right there, man. That's what you like to sit in front of your TV with popcorn and a beverage and enjoy some real football.
And here's the thing. If Pittsburgh goes into Philadelphia, gets beat by the Eagles, and that might be a big if, and Baltimore wins their game against the Giants, which is highly likely, they still trail the Steelers by 1 game. So, I mean, I was not high on the Steelers bandwagon at all, and I first admit that. But I'll tell you what, I know you mentioned Dan Campbell as coach of the year, but I don't know, and I'm not saying that's not accurate. But in another category of do more with less, I don't know who's done more with less than Mike Tomlin or maybe Sean Payton at Denver.
I tell you what, the bowl full of what they're putting down, man, is good for you every day.
Yeah. Well, the whipped cream's floating to the top. So
yes.
Yeah. The Raiders went into Tampa Bay and do the things that Raiders do best, which is not scoring points. I didn't really see much in this game, out of the officiating standpoint, but, I
saw one.
13, remind me, because maybe I saw it and forgot it.
Okay, well, how about, and this is from our good friend Stuart Schweiger.
Okay.
And he reminds people at the end on the play where our quarterback AOC.
Yeah. We got creamed. That's a bullshit call. That's the third bullshit call in the history of football. And I'm not just saying at any level. I'm talking about in the history of football. That was the worst call I've ever seen. The third worst call I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I'm going to do this because this is an old school hat. This hat is like L.A. Raiders old.
Okay, vintage.
Wow.
And it's a painter's hat. It's a painter's hat.
Yeah.
I remember when they came out. Yeah, that
doesn't have any paint on it.
This is why I tell people that are Tampa Bay fake Pirates fans, look at that. That is crossed shields. Cross shield.
Uh-huh.
I have hated the Tampa Bay fake Pirates since they got rid of their Bucko Bruce crap, and they butched it up because they had a crap, hello type of pirate, right? And they butched it up.
What kind of pirate?
Yeah. Oh my.
Speaking of 90s, okay.
You're getting in
So-
trouble. Stop it. But
Yeah.
So the Raiders secondary is not elite. No surprise there. There were open receivers all over the field. According to Pro Football Focus, the Raiders have one, if not the highest rate of open receivers
Wow.
left open by a defense. Well, in a North Turner run offense, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but the flip side of that is that the Raiders defense, when they play this soft zone, will keep their
That's the whole point.
in.
That's the
And
whole
then
point.
you get
Yeah.
you get knuckleheads
Yeah,
like Baker Mayfield, and
Yeah.
even Baker Mayfield can pick you apart
Yeah.
when you go from a soft zone and you need to learn to go from zone to
Yep.
man.
yep,
And
yep.
that's faster.
It's like Al Davis would pop the question. Do you agree with take what the defense gives you? And if you said yes, you were out. He
You
was
were
like, no,
out,
we're going
yeah.
to take what we want.
Take what we want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Ed's coming in. No way Pittsburgh makes a Super Bowl. Probably true, especially if the championship game goes through Buffalo or Kansas City. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what though, if the Steelers make the championship game, that's going to be a ball game. They're not going quietly. I can assure you that. But they got to get some running game. I think.
Yeah.
They're still not running the ball well enough, in my opinion, to really make a difference in the long run of the playoffs. But we'll see. I
And
don't
it's-
recognize this Raider team. Nobody else does either.
Nah.
Jacksonville beat Tennessee. Nobody cares. Seattle went into Arizona and put the beat down on the Cardinals Southwest. Look, it's the Cardinals team now that's lost both times to Seattle. So when you look at the NFC West, essentially now Arizona's dropped to third place because
Yeah.
not only are they 6-7, and the Rams are now 7-6 thanks to that shootout at SoFi against the Bills, but they've lost the tiebreaker now. So it doesn't mean that they're not in, but I'll tell you what, they've got New England at home this week and they better win that one. But if the Rams win tomorrow night, I'm not going to say the Rams are going to coast in there because you still have Green Bay, Minnesota, Washington.
Right.
But whoever wins tomorrow night still has a shot. Whoever loses tomorrow night is out. But I'll tell you what, this is a Cardinals team that needs to focus, you guys.
I was surprised at them because I remember on last week's show, I picked them because they were at home. I thought they had more man-to-man talent,
Yeah.
but these guys laid an egg.
Yeah.
I can't say what I really wanted to say,
I
but
know.
it's a case of one team having the other team's number,
Yeah.
and that's the case with Seattle and Arizona.
8, 6, 7, 5 through 9. Wayne, they didn't even learn from their last loss, right?
Right.
I mean, basically, Sal just went in and says, "Okay,
What's
we know
up,
how to
Jay?
beat the Cardinals." So there you go. Welcome, Jay.
By the way, I
Yeah.
called Jenny up and she turned me down.
Well, I
Did
don't
you?
blame her.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pissed. I thought it was a sure thing, 867-5309. And
Hey.
You know what? Even the Raiders lose every now and then. Let's see. What was that? Says Daniel says I love our draft picks so far based on.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Raiders draft picks.
Right.
Yeah.
One, first, second, and third. You got Eichenberg who plays when he can. The injuries. You got the defensive backs and Taylor and the other kid who if you just turn around, brother, that's all. If the ball's in you, turn around. Because
You're talking about the play.
Yeah, the play.
I'm a little slow today. I have a fever.
I was gonna say if you got, and again, may he rest in peace. If you got DJ Hayden syndrome, and you don't turn around, and again, may he rest in peace, because DJ was a decent D-back.
Oh yeah.
A face back. If
You're talking about DJ or Eric?
DJ Hayden.
Oh, Hayden.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Eric Turner. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Oh,
But-
not him. Oh,
Yeah,
he's a stud.
turns
Yeah.
around, he doesn't get as many. And again, may DJ rest in peace.
Yeah.
But the kid needs to learn to turn around, and then he won't get all of these defensive pass interference calls. But when you put, like I said, you got Taylor and it's Kamarian something, right? You got Eichenberg, you got Glaze, you got JPJ, you got the course, what I would think would be one of the strongest rookie of the year candidates in Brock Bowers.
Right,
If I'm missing somebody, excuse me, but that's a hell of a draft class. And that's
No
one.
doubt.
Yeah, that's one draft class. Yeah, that's a good draft. Yeah.
Salute Captain Husband. Doesn't she mean Tennille? Never mind.
Oh, no, Jay's one of my extra wives.
I know. That's cool. That's all good. You might want to move to Utah, but it's okay. Buffalo went into Buffalo went into LA. Hey, not bad for a fever.
That's
Buffalo went
it.
into LA, and guys, we had a shootout. I really expected the Bills to win this. They didn't, but the thing that bothers me most, was the fact that, the Bills essentially scored 42 points and lost the game. They're going to have to get some defense.
Where was the D? That was the thing. Where was the D? Now
Well,
it was entertaining from the scoring standpoint.
Yeah, if you want to just pop some popcorn and get a
Yeah,
Modelo, you
yeah.
are good to go.
Yeah, you were good to go, but nobody could stop the other one. And that's what's coming up tomorrow night with this Rams
Well, they
team.
had a whole Utah leaving SoFi full of tables. They didn't even break them all. I mean, that's
Wow.
how bad this whole thing was.
Yeah.
Usually, they break out all the tables and they crash them all, but they didn't even get that done. So I'll tell you what, though, the Bills better get some defense. And that loss, might be a double whammy. It might be too much to overcome. They got Detroit this week.
Yep.
If they don't get some defense, they might be able to outscore the Lions. But I'll tell you what, if Detroit wants to beat you, they're going to do that. And so now Buffalo's only hope is that Kansas City drops, a couple games here, and we'll see.
Yeah, keep hope alive on that.
Well, and I think probably the Chiefs would if they didn't have the officials on their side.
Thank you. I was just going to say they're playing 11 on 21 or 22,
Yeah.
no matter how it is. Each
Plus
time
New York, yeah.
Well, yeah. Is how many officials on the field? Like 10 or 11?
Well, the game officials, there are 7. There are other, if quote, officials on the field to help with administration, and you got replay, and then you got guys in New York, but the actual officials on the field with the whistles, 7.
Okay. I always said it was like playing 11 on 21 because I thought there was about 10. I was close.
So
Yeah,
18 on 11. 18
Well,
on
by
11.
the time you count New York and all that, it's closer to 25. But yeah,
Okay. So I wasn't too
no,
far.
you're not.
So
It's
you have
gotta-
to, every time that you play the Kansas City Smurfs, the Smugs, can't stand them, and you got to deal with that. Oh my God! Kenyon Stone. Yeah, I'd take Ward number 1, but I tell you what, if the little aside here, sorry, if the Giants get the number 1 pick, they're taking Ward. I have that.
He'll be gone. Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be gone.
So Ed says, I don't think the Rams are all that. I don't either. I don't think so either. They got to get some. You can look at the other side of it. Coin. They won the game by scoring 44 points. They gave up 42 points, albeit to a pretty good. What are these? But Buffalo, Detroit, aren't they like the top 2 scoring teams in the NFL? So you expected a high scoring game, so to speak. But man, they got to get some defense. And I agree with Ed's comment that the Rams aren't probably all that. And 6 and whatever, 7 and 5, whatever they are, probably not. But it's fun to watch. So we'll see about tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
The Chefs have outdone the Pats.
Right.
The rest,
You got to.
yeah.
Stu Schwager, he says, Alan X says, how in the hell is that not a penalty? That's what he asked.
You talking about the false starts or what?
No.
Or-
I'm sorry.
Oh,
on
on
our game.
on-
He says, how in the hell did they not call that?
it absolutely is a penalty. I don't know. Cap. I don't know how.
There was a guy right there didn't even try. He just
Didn't
like get
He
up.
wasn't even out of bounds,
No, he
right?
wasn't.
I mean, I don't know. It's messed up.
And he had taken a couple of steps
Look,
after
and you could
he
argue-
had thrown the pass.
You could argue. It would take it. There's a couple of points to this argument, but at 30,000 feet, you could argue that wasn't near the hit that Josh Allen took, and the Rams got flagged. Okay,
True,
so
true.
I mean, Josh Allen was out of bounds and all that nonsense, but still, if that had been Mahomes, they'd have backed us up and
Yes.
cleared to fucking
Yes.
Miami. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like those videos that you see, oh my God, you see those fun videos where it's like Chris Collinsworth imitator and Al Michaels imitator, and he's the great Mahomo and all the things they're fantastic videos. Was a personal foul on the other team for getting close to the great Patrick Mahomes, automatic touchdown and lost, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Those videos are it's true. It's
what makes it funny is that it's true.
exactly.
Ref let the Aiden call slide to keep the game going. Doesn't matter.
To
Doesn't
keep
matter.
the wow.
Probably.
But like we said, had it been another QB of
Right.
any other team,
Any other team,
we would have been bagged up out of the stadium.
absolutely.
And I
Way
will say
the
this,
parking lot, past the hot dog stand.
they did not put that on the jumbo
Sure.
shot.
Oh, is that right?
They
Well,
did
that's
not.
why they didn't call it.
Looking for it. They did
That's
not.
why they didn't call it.
even know what happened.
See,
right?
they set a precedent in the other game,
Right.
And then man, no wonder the refs
I
are.
put it on the jumbotron, and I was looking because I didn't even think it was AOC 12 at the beginning. I'm like, who
Well,
is
no
that?
wo-
I'm like,
No
oh,
wonder the refs didn't know what to
wait
do.
for the replay, and they didn't put it on.
Sure. Wow.
And as soon as I saw that, I said, I know why they didn't put it on the jumbotron. Those nasty, and I'll bleep myself.
Well, but that's why the refs didn't know what to do. There was no
Nothing to remind them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Bears went into San Francisco, got declawed by the 49ers. This was an easy one for San Francisco. They won't have so much as an easy one tomorrow night. Their season may ride on beating the Rams tomorrow, but the Bears are done. We had the Bears on the clock a long time ago, didn't we?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Week 8 or 9. This is week 14, so I think we know what we're talking about. The Bengals went into Dallas and beat the Cowboys. You know, it was like the Buffalo game without as many points, but it was a fun game to watch. But man, Dallas, the Cooper Rush, man, I don't think he could throw across the street and hit a parked car.
Well,
some of the throws he makes are awful.
He can throw, but here's the thing: with pressure on him, throw it away basically.
Yeah.
But he had so much pressure on him from that Cincinnati D. They were ears back coming at him because they didn't fear the running attack.
I mean, you're right, Wayne, and with the way they were playing, Cooper Rush could have been the first quarterback to get a flag for intentional grounding when hadn't even taken a snap yet.
Yeah, right.
I mean, geez, you know.
True.
All right, the Ravens, Colts, Broncos, Patriots, Texans, and Commodores had the week off. Bye weeks. Bye weeks are done. We're into the final 4 games of the season, basically the last month. Tomorrow night, you guys, the Rams are going to go into San Francisco to take on the 49ers. San Francisco probably is happy this one's not in LA. I know it's still a short trip for either one. But you know, the Rams got a good one last week against Buffalo. The 49ers, I don't know if the punter even took a shower, but I'll tell you what, San Francisco's vulnerable, and if the Rams are ready to play, I think the 49ers might be in trouble. How do you guys see this one with the loser probably being out?
I got the Rams in an upset in this one because, like I say, Niners at home, but the smoke and mirrors is about to run out on both sides.
Yeah.
In the years that was it the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl? Didn't they beat the Niners all 3 times?
Yes, all 3 times.
Well, they've got the blueprint for that then. They just probably need to dust it off and sharpen the Sharpie up a little bit. Dallas going to go into Carolina and play a game I don't think anybody cares about.
I got Panthers though in this one.
What are you talking about, boy?
I'm just saying I got them Cats.
And I apologize for using the term boy because that was not a slam at you because I know now you can't say that. But the thing is, what are you talking about?
I just got them Panthers. That's all.
No, you can't. And remember, there's a couple syllables in can't either. You can't have the Panthers when the Dallas Cowboys are the greatest team in the world. Don't say nobody.
Hey, Tex, did you know that the Bengals kicker is dating a cheerleader?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Tex?
Well, I don't know. I would normally get a kickback on the pitch.
Well, somebody owes you then. They owe you a little change.
Kind of interesting. Gal from Texas would be dating an Ohio man, but you know, I guess the Colts cheerleader doesn't count.
No, right? You got money?
Who?
Whoever?
Oh, I don't know.
He was an out of work kicker, so you know.
He's driving a UPS truck like that one Dolphins running back, right?
Yeah, you know, but
he's got money now.
Yeah, he's got some now.
Jack looks like he sells used cars in a hat. You know what? He's the only one that could get a used car in that hat.
And I'm Earl Shab, and I will paint any car for $9.95.
That's it.
Is it Matchbox?
I'm dating myself on the Earl Shab.
You're dating yourself, all right.
Time.
Yeah, you're like you joined that dating site for old folks called Carbon Dating.
Oh wow.
I heard that. I heard that
Mm.
the other
Yeah.
day. Yeah, there was he was about 90 years old on that. The guy who did that,
Yeah.
or he looked like it.
Next
And
time she asks for your number, just go 134 over 72.
yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
90% of eligible Raiders of the past dated cheerleaders for a long time. Whoa, Stabler dated a cheerleader? No.
yeah,
No.
Stabler dated him a bunch of them
Good
on,
All-American boy like that?
on
No.
other teams.
He dated them all probably.
Well, he was a great ball handler. Let's put it that way. And she was
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
good one.
There's a quarterback sneak, a few on there. All right,
Yeah,
let's
that's
move on.
it.
Kansas City going to go into Cleveland and play a trap game against the Browns. You know what? Kansas City probably wins this, but the Browns will give them all they want for 15 minutes.
They will, but like they say, when you've got 18 against 11, I got KC on the road.
Carl Worthington and his dog Spot.
Yeah, Cal.
Cal.
Oh, Cal.
Oh yeah, you on it, Anna?
Huh.
Yeah,
I know Cal. Oh shit! I need my hat to say that, don't I?
yeah, like that. You do.
You can use your
Oh, yeah.
I forget which character I'm in unless I have my hat on. I can
Oh,
talk like this normal, but it's trained,
yeah,
on the system. I'm just saying.
just comes across a little different.
Yeah, just a little
Mhm.
different.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So we're taking the Chiefs or the Browns in this one, y'all.
Man, the Chiefs are gonna.
I don't care. I have to ask.
Yeah. Come on.
You got Winston throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
know you're sick, but please.
Yeah, that Chiefs defense is probably going to win that one for them.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right. Well, the Chiefs probably only need, 17 points?
Probably 12, maybe.
12?
I just wanted to see the Cleveland defensive end that everybody don't like to break friggin'
Yeah. See, I wasn't gonna say that on air, but that's all I'm looking for.
I said it, and I'll put my.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What's his nose? Garrett to break Holmes at half.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Or sorry, Mahomes.
Yeah. Just Holmes.
You know who I said,
Yeah.
yo, homeboy. The
Yeah.
homeboy.
The homeboy.
Richie
Yeah.
Riche says the Browns.
Mm.
He wouldn't say Browns if Canada was 51st state.
Shit.
All right, Miami going to go into Houston and take on the Texans. This is going to put the Miami Dolphins out, I think, at this point. They're running on fumes, really. The Houston coming off the bye like the Texans at home.
I got Tex.
Well, of course you got Tex.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink some shine with you too.
No, that's the other.
Oh, that's whiskey. Oh,
That's whiskey. That's
okay.
the other. I'm the guy that has strip clubs in Houston.
I'll pass on that one. Man.
Yeah. Not that we've ever been to any. I try not to, but hey, owning them is good business.
You know what?
Business. I'm just saying.
Richie Riche says, I think the Brown defensive line is going to cause the Chiefs offensive line issues. That would be true.
That could be.
Except that they're letting the Chiefs with all the false starts and they're not flagging it. So if you get a half a step or a step a mile,
74. Yeah, 74.
Yeah, so they're not going to. I agree that in theory that should happen. I don't know if it's how realistic that is with the way the refs are calling this thing.
Realistically, it's gonna go like we said.
When do I become the 51st time? Yep.
Okay. I don't. It'll say it don't matter. Are we? What game we talking about anyway? The other game.
That's
the other game. Here's the thing. There's like 3 syllables in thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, is that they're not going to call a penalty, but I don't care as long as the other dude on the other side is faster than those bad. And I'm going to try to watch my mouth. They suck. They really suck. And if they suck at the tackle position, and JD, Humphrey, the new guy, he sucks too. So it doesn't matter if they don't call the false start, just break the mother in half. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And I caught myself before.
There you go.
Good catch.
I mean the point about the Chiefs winning quite a few games by accident and low scoring is interesting, and Ed's got a stat in there: 7 games by 1 score.
By 1 score. Yeah.
Well, they lost to the Raiders 1917. They lost to the Chargers 1917.
And they lost to the Raiders by 1 touchdown the first time over in Vegas.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, the New York Jets going to go into Jacksonville and take on the Jaguars. I don't think anybody cares.
I got Jags though, just cause at home.
Really?
At
The-
home, yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you, but I mean the Jets should be able to score points by accident.
Jets got their running back is still battling a knee injury. We know about Rodgers and Devontae, so
Yeah. Okay.
I'm taking the Jags at home.
I don't know who the quarterback is for Jacksonville, but I'm sure he's probably playing better than Rodgers at this point.
Probably. O'Connell's playing better than Rodgers at this point. Washington going to go into New Orleans and take on the Saints. This is a game that Washington really needs to win. They got to stay focused. They're 3 games behind Philadelphia, so there's really not much of a chance that they're going to win the NFC East. It's still possible, but they could get a wild card, so they need to get 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, something like that. A loss down in New Orleans or getting a bunch of guys banged up is going to put a huge dent in their season, but this is a game they can win.
Oh yeah, I got Washington. They're just going to outscore New Orleans at this point. Carr's out with that broken hand, so it's
Because you have to try now, baby.
Commodore. Yeah,
You have to stop. Oh, baby, we're gonna win.
Commodores. Got you.
I'm going to have to look them up.
I'm telling you, you'll be boogieing all night once you hear that.
Damn right.
I'm going to take some aspirin first.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
and maybe one of those cold and flu Advils.
Louder. The lyrics are normally louder. I'm trying to keep it down.
Copy that.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of keeping it on the down low, the Giants are at home against the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens, you can't even call this a trap game. I mean, Baltimore, I don't even know if they need to really show up to win this, but it should be an easy win for the Ravens. Like
I got Baltimore.
Nothing.
Yeah, I got Ravens in a walkthrough. This will be a walkthrough for the next week.
Yeah, I was going to say that they're going to throw their helmets on the field and win.
Yep. Whiskey Jack gets the lineup against the Cincinnati Bengals. I hope that when Mahomes' house was robbed, that everybody's okay. But more important, that they didn't get the keys to the Batmobile.
Yeah, true that. I got Cincy in this one.
If you're driving down the streets of Ohio in a Batmobile, that might be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
But hey,
crazy, huh?
I want to talk about the fact that Burrow, who's married, I think, right? He had some model in his house. Did you heard about that? She's the one. Actually, she's the one that reported the break-in, and she called her mom, and the mom called 911, and 911 was talking to the mom of the hot model that's at Burrow's house while he's there. Now I thought
sounds like General Hospital.
I thought Burrow was married unless he's boinking this model too. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow. I didn't realize that it was complicated like that.
Yeah, well, we're going to uncomplicate things. She can come over to my house.
That's a long way to drive the Batmobile, though.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll give her as much shine, and I'll give her the best 15 seconds of her life.
Wow, see? Coming from a gentleman.
30 if I get the right pills in me, but the best 15 to 30 seconds of her life. Not minutes, seconds.
You and John Hussey. Look up Brick House for Ref. Okay.
Yeah, that's the album.
Okay. Oh, that's the album. Okay.
Yeah, that's the album.
Coach B and his newfound Carolina Tar Heels going to go into Arizona and take on Angry Birds Southwest. Guys, Cardinals won in. They better focus. They better kick some ass.
Yeah, against New England, I got them focusing just enough to win. Got Arizona at home. Angry Birds Southwest.
The Batmobile has no back
seat.
No
back seat. No. It's a
that just messes everything up.
It's a 2-seater.
Oh, man.
That's what she said.
Well, it's got a stick shift in the middle.
The 2-seater. Yeah, I got 2 seats right here. And hey, congratulate me on the North Carolina job. I tell you.
Yeah, congrats, Coach.
Well, I wanted to break the record, so I think I might have to go back to college for a little while.
Get your degree?
Screw you.
Hot tea all over the screen right there.
I'm going to go back to Carolina, and it's only a short distance down to my friends down in Florida for the Wild Orchid. It's a real short distance.
You can take the train.
There you go. I can take the actually.
You could take one of those drones flying over New Jersey.
You can take the Amtrak down from various places in Carolina down there, and you can stop in. It's great.
Captain likes bench seats. He's like,
Nice one,
almost
kid.
got fucked.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go to Carolina. I'm going to become relevant again, and then I'm going to come back to a team that needs me that I think I can get. I think it's about 20 wins. I'm short about 20 wins, maybe 2 seasons. I will come back and I will beat Don Shula's record, but don't wake me from my nap until I sign the contract. And I think Schefter said it.
I didn't know Ed had a Batmobile.
No, Ed's got a 60-something Charger, or no, Challenger or Charger. One of those, lime green.
Glad you like it, Daniel. Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome, Daniel.
A
Yes,
lime
sir.
green. It's a Challenger. Yeah, lime green Challenger.
Ooh.
That's that. I'm gonna use the words of Richard Pryor from Silver Streak. It is pure pussy. I'm
Is
telling you,
that-
it's good stuff.
Is that a movie?
Silver Streak, man, you are deaf.
Bill will come back
Come
next
back
season.
next
probably,
season.
so,
Wow.
where will remain to be seen.
Apple pie moonshine.
Indianapolis going to go into Denver to take on the Broncos. You know, this is a really interesting one on paper, but the Colts better be ready to play. I think that, you'd like the Colts running game against Denver, but they can stack that, stop Taylor with Surtain in the background. I don't know where Richardson's going to throw.
This to me is going to be an interesting game
It is.
because from the matchup standpoint. You got 2 nice quarterbacks, 2 teams with a decent running game, but both defenses are going to save the day. I'm taking Denver at home. High.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver at home as well, but it could be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, should
from
be
my
interesting.
standpoint. But that's essentially going to put the Colts out a lot.
Oh yeah, loss. Yeah,
We don't actually have.
I'd really like to see. I'd like to see Indy win, but Denver, I think, is playing. If Denver continues to stack the wins, Denver will be a playoff team.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, big surprise! Richie J's taking Denver. But I understand that. So yeah. So, but here's the thing: Denver and LA are tied at 8-5. The Colts are back 2 games.
Yeah.
The Ravens are the only other one in the wild card mix at 8-5 at this point. So you've got Baltimore at 8-5, LA at 8-5, Denver 8-5. Denver remaining games: Indianapolis, at LA, at Cincinnati, at Kansas City. So they got a tough road ahead.
What's up, Johnny?
But they may be able to pull it off if they could win 2 of those 4. And they might beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. We'll see. The Bengals might not be ready to play. And if they're not ready to play, they're going to get beat. But, Sean Payton's done a heck of a job. I think we win by 2 scores. Yeah. We get another
pick 6. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, easy. Maybe 2.
I just don't think the Colts are ready for that defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they put together quite the defense, man.
And it's
I'll tell you what.
In Mile High, and the Colts play indoors.
And I'll tell you what, if Pittsburgh wins the AFC North but gets Denver as their first game because they don't have the first round bye, look out. That's not a gimme for the Steelers at all.
Yeah, the Steelers.
I have us beating the Bengals and Colts. You could beat. Why can't you beat the Chargers, Rich? You should be able to beat the Chargers in LA, no? Oh, Chargers 50-50. Okay.
50.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with that.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm allowed to say it, being walked on twice.
Sorry.
Denver is used to beating the Steelers in playoff games in Denver because that's the one game that even Tim Tebow, spelling is correct, won while he was a donkey. Richie Riche knows what I'm talking about.
I remember that game. Yeah, he lit him up.
Well, but he won in overtime.
Yeah, it was.
One play, one throw.
That's all it takes, too.
All it takes, yeah. The shot put. Anyway, sorry. Apologies, rep, but I was trying to say it, and then it finally gets out.
So, with watching the script in the chat, I don't always get all the cues. My bad.
No worries. I'm going easy on you today.
Really?
Yeah. Trust me,
Don't
I'm
tell
going
my head that. Okay. In one of the better games of the week, the Buffalo Bills are going to go into Michigan to take on the Wildcats. This one could be a fun one, but man, you know what? I'm a little worried the Bills might get the crap beat out of them. They're going to score. They're going to score some points, but man, the Lions can eat you alive if they want to.
Yeah, I've got the Twi in this one, and here's why. They've got a great running game where they can control clock.
Yeah.
And they can and Goff is playing his best season that I've seen him perform. So he can eat up that secondary of Buffalo. So that's
and we saw last week Buffalo's not that good on defense.
Nah, that's the secondary. That's a weakness.
Yeah.
We're going to score again and again and again, like over to get French girls, and they score again and again and again. That's a joke about French girls, because they're very easy. Anyway,
thanks for the heads up.
Detroit is going to score again and again because, again, Buffalo can do some points, but Buffalo is going to have no Ansel. No Ansel.
No Ansel? I got you.
Double running back position. The guys are immaculate. And then you have Amon St. Brown. I love the fact that he has a very difficult name to pronounce, just like it's hard for me to say shit. So anyway, we got the good guy. We got Goff. We got Jared Goff is a very, very instrumental in the Trois Lions being champion at the end of the year in the Super Bowl. And I was talking to this with my friend who lives down the street, who's the Trois Lions fan for many years. It's going to be, I hope anyway, Detroit versus Buffalo Super Bowl, and then this way, if God forbid, if Detroit don't win the championship, then you have Buffalo finally winning. That's the one I want to see.
Good storyline too.
Yep.
Fifth time's a charmer.
Richard J's taking the Bills. Wow, that says a lot right there.
Richard J, his brain is how you say? I'm not going to swear. Effed up from being in Canada for so long.
Well,
I held my tongue. I held my tongue.
Yeah.
I felt, Richie, in your general direction.
I don't disagree with him, but the Rams offense I don't think is as good as the Buffalo offense. I mean, the Rams are 16th in scoring. Yeah. And so this is a Bills team that gave up 44 points.
Yeah.
I don't think Detroit can score 44 points, but they can if they want to.
Yeah.
If they score 38, game might be over. But I'm just worried about that Bill defense.
Our defense is very, very good too.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair.
Because of the defense?
Because of both defense. Yeah.
Okay. The faux Pirates going to go into LA to take on the Chargers. Amon St. Brown will have a great game. I'm sure he will. He always does. The Chargers, this is an important game for both of these teams. Look, yes. Tampa Bay has fought themselves back to the top of the division now, because even though they lost both their games to the Falcons, because the Falcons are fooling around and not doing anything. So Tampa Bay's back in the lead. They need to keep that lead. But the Chargers really could absorb the loss if they want to. But the Tampa Bay is better than I think people think. I think if this game were Tampa Bay, I'd like the Pirates in LA. I don't know. I'm just not sold on the Chargers yet, but they played pretty well. What do you guys think?
I ain't sold on the Boats, but I'm taking the Boats at home by field goal.
I want to recognize Biggie Bronco for being in here. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Thank you for supporting the show. Even you're not as much of a dick as you can be, so I'm going to give you some props there. So there you go. And hey, you've already missed me saying that the Broncos are probably going to the playoffs, so you missed it. Come in earlier next time, Big E. So there you go. Talking about the Chargers are going to beat the fake Pirates because the fake Pirates just suck, and they suck. They barely beat us. The score was not indicative. That was like a 4-point game for
Well,
long,
yeah.
for so
Yeah.
long, and then it was boom boom, and the score was not indicative. Just like the last time the Bucks played us, it was a very close game for like 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden the Bucks got boom on the point. So yeah.
Well, I agree with you. If Tampa Bay loses, they're going to need to hope that the Raiders beat Atlanta on Monday night.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping
They
that
might.
we might. I was kind of hoping that the Pittsburgh-Philadelphia matchup would be flexed into Monday night, but it's not. So it's one of the late games on Sunday, 1:25 kickoff Pacific on Fox. This is an Eagles team, you guys, that they better show up. Pittsburgh's not going like.
Yeah, they better show up at home in front of their guys because, like I say, the Steelers are bringing some pain with them, and who knows? Best team wins. It could be a 1-point victory in this one.
You're excused, Biggie. If you got 3 horses, that's a rough gig. Come in earlier next time, or watch the show when it comes back on. On for reruns.
People keep saying that we need a number 1 wide receiver, but I've been saying Jacoby is number 1, even with Captain showing him the season. Well, yeah, I mean, his catches went down when Turner took over, right? They basically throwing to Bowers all the time now.
Yeah.
But what you guys thought on Myers? I mean, he's got good hands.
I like Jacoby.
Oh yeah,
Myers is a very good, but he's not quite 1. He's a 1A.
1A.
Not quite good to be a 1, but he's definitely a good 1A. 1A. But we got 2 of the best tight ends. Actually, take it back.
Probably the best. Yeah.
We got 3 of the best. I'll take our tight ends being the 3 best tight ends in football. I will say that because they are Bryant, Bowers, and Mayer are fantastic tight ends.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say that we have the best 3 tandem in football. And yeah, when Turner came in, it's more of a run game and throw to the tight end, which is good. But yeah, I keep Jacoby Myers. I want a 1 receiver, and maybe the Raiders freak everybody out and they take Hunter with the first pick.
I know that's a lot of talk right now. A lot of heat to that right now.
Ed says he would trade Myers for
T.
what?
Higgins. Trade Myers?
T. Higgins. No, don't trade Myers. He's working.
Yeah, I'd keep that dude. That's a workhorse.
Yeah. Jacoby does it game after game. Game after game.
I don't know if Myers is gone, you get Higgins. I don't know. Is that really an upgrade?
And not at the cost Higgins, not at what it's going to cost to get Higgins. No.
Yeah. Well, and then you're talking wide receiver versus tight ends. It's not really apples to apples.
Too much. You got it, Northeast. Too much.
We talked about this. And here's a shameless plug for the show I did yesterday with Peggy.
That's okay.
We were talking about number 1 receivers that are out there in free agency. I like T. Higgins, but he's probably going to cost a lot of money. I like Chris Godwin. A lot
of money.
But he can't stay on the field. And we went down the list, right?
And
got the 2 former Raiders that I would take in a heartbeat on decent contracts, and their names are Nelson Aguilar and Mac Hollins. And you might laugh at that. You might laugh at that, but those guys come with great credentials, can catch the ball. They're not the number 1 burners that everybody wants, but they are something that you can keep and build with. And Mac Hollins definitely will do anything you ask of him, including selling hot dogs at halftime. Okay.
Barefoot.
Good. He will do everything. And I like Nelson Aguilar. These guys are, over 30, but you know what? You get what you pay for these, and you can bet decent contracts, and you can teach whoever the number 1 receiver is. Well, I would definitely take Mac Hollins in a minute.
Yeah, and if I were advising somebody with regards to Higgins, I would ask them how effective is Higgins if Chase isn't there? I mean, Higgins looks good because Chase is on the other side. I don't think if you took Chase out of there, anybody would be talking anything about Higgins.
I like Higgins.
I do too, but he's not. But you take Chase out of the picture, and he's just an average receiver, just like everybody else.
They had Boyd before Chase
Yeah.
was there,
Yeah.
and Boyd was their number one receiver.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Green Bay going to go into Seattle on Sunday night, take on the Seahawks. Big game for both of these two teams. Both of these teams, including the Vikings, have a lot of football left to be played. The Seahawks now, with the lead in the division, can lock up a playoff spot with a couple more wins, but the Packers are chasing Minnesota, who likely isn't going to lose to the Bears on Monday night. So the Packers need to stay focused. I think that, you got a Green Bay team that's number 7 in scoring. I think they can put up enough points to beat Seattle.
I'm taking Green Bay, putting everything together, even though they're in that crow's nest, so to speak. But I'm taking Green Bay to put it all together and go in there and defeat them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Higgins was good on Magnum PI. Yeah.
yeah. John.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? John something.
Who?
Who
And
you
I-
referring to?
The Higgins, the original Higgins, that was the British guy, was an actor by the name of John, and I forgot his name.
Higgins.
By the way, the Higgins character was by a John something or other. And
Higgins.
by the way, that guy was, if you ever want to see a diverse actor, he played like a Southern boy in a bunch of different things. And I'm like, seeing him go from a British accent to a Southern accent was unique, kind of like me. I can go from a French accent to a Southern accent to other things. But yeah. Great thing.
A good comment in there
I
about
like that,
Myers being able to run the routes. It just feels like Turner doesn't know how to use him, and I don't understand why. But I don't know.
Well, I don't think Turner's going to be here.
Probably
long
not.
term. Yeah.
Probably not. We'll
Yeah.
probably get Coach B and
No, Coach B,
McDoofus
Coach B is going to North Carolina, man.
next year. I mean, the year after.
You're going to go in the interim. We're going to hire a coach in the interim on a one year deal, and then you're going to, or
That's what we do.
Yeah, but no, but no, we pay for coaches for 3 or 4 years, and then we keep them for 1 year, and we pay them for all that. That's
Okay. I'm in the wrong job. I need to go coach the Raiders for 1 year and get a 7-year
John
contract.
Hillerman. Thank you, Desert. John Hillerman, great actor.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Okay. 2 Monday night games. Chicago and Minnesota get beat by the Vikings, and the Atlanta Falcons are going to go in and take the Dirty Bird show on the road to Las Vegas. I like the Raiders in this one if we get the Kirk Cousins that played last week in Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm taking Minnesota in a cakewalk over there, Scoville, and I'm taking the Raiders in a home upset over Atlanta.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Notice I said home upset.
Yeah, sorry, Biggie. I only do appearances on the Wild Wild West show when there's intra AFC stuff. You'll just have to say that I said you were right about some things, and wrong about your code. Well, you know what? Screw you. Anyway.
Okay. You guys work that out off the show.
Work it out. But I think for some reason I don't know. I mean, if Aiden O'Connell was playing, I would say the Raiders are going to win.
And he might, from what I'm hearing.
I mean, yeah. If Aiden O'Connell plays, I think the Raiders can win. But I know that it would be a good Desmond Ridder game to say "F you" to his former team.
Right.
I just don't think it. And I like the fact that we have what's his name, the running back, Sincere McCormick
Sincere, yeah, real deal, man.
I like the fact that and here we got Bowers, which should be a rookie of the year guy, and he kind of got forgotten about on the Bucks game. Mayer played a hell of a game. So if you continue to use the Mayer,
That's right,
Bowers,
12 man, yeah, 12 personnel.
Great. So whatever.
That's a great game to install that too, Cap.
Yeah.
12-man personnel, just see how they cover both tight ends. Mayer and who's the receiver? Trey underneath.
Yeah, because the Tucker is on IR, right?
DJ. That's
Yeah.
Turner. Yeah, he's on our.
DJ Turner's on IR.
Yeah.
So you got Tucker,
Yeah.
and okay, Biggie, I see it. Thank you there, bro. It's good. It's good. It's good having fun with you, sir. It is. Thank you for popping in. I said the Raiders could win,
Yeah.
but it's a matter of, can Desmond Ridder take it all in 1 week and take the bull by the horns and do it? I don't know. It's one of those things. I'll just have to wait and see, and I will be there. Obviously, I'll be there in my seats, cheering on my Raiders, and we'll see.
I'll be there standing, cheering them on too.
Yeah, I'll see.
Let's go.
All right. Is it time to put the Cardinals on the clock?
Yes.
Yes.
Week 15, Cardinals on the clock.
Yes.
Excellent.
Remember, we held off a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm tired of holding off.
Yeah, I think we can roast them on that spit. You know,
I mean, they're probably gonna win this week, but they finish at Carolina, at LA, and then home against San Francisco. They're done.
I think they're going to lose to Carolina. Carolina's been playing so much better this year, and they
Of
should have
late.
beat. They should have beat the team. Was it the Eagles?
Oh yeah, absolutely. For the touchdown pass, it wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, they're building on next year.
Yeah, the Cardinals aren't going to be ready to play. They could get beat by the Panthers. Yep.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Ed, does that mean
ought to be committed? Wow.
Well, yeah.
Straight
Okay.
jacket. Straight jacket.
Biggie, tell everybody I said hi on the Wild Wild West. You can do that for me.
Oh,
Jack-
I was committed a long time ago.
Hey, no, I'm not crazy. My mom had me checked out. My mom had me tested.
I was tested. Yeah, I failed it, but I was tested. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us this week. So I had a fever. Couldn't contribute much, but hopefully I'll come back next week at full strength or die in the middle. I know which, but
There you go.
I got a fever. A fever. And it needs more cowbell. Wait, I got it.
uh-oh.
Oh, you know what? I do have a cowbell, but it'd take me too long to get it out. So I just pretend I'm doing
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
That's it.
And because I do this, I'm going to go a very lower tone. Yarg!
That's it. Peace.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
That's it.
Set!